Holly Willoughby, 41, is set to maintain her deal with M&S despite extensive calls for her to be sacked from her job. The This Morning presenter and her co-star, Philip Schofield, 60, came under fire after joining a separate queue for press and were taken to the press gallery at London's Westminster Hall. Now, an M&S spokesperson has set the record straight as they addressed the controversy and ensuing calls for her to lose her deal with the company. They told The Sun, "I can confirm we have extended our current contract with Holly, and we will continue to work with her." Last week, outraged Brits who had been queuing for hours to say their final goodbye to the Queen took to social media to accuse Holly and Phil of skipping the line. Journalist Joe Michalczuk fumed, David Beckham in the queue for over 10 hours paying his respects to the Queen while Holly and Phil saunter in, skipping the line is a terrible look. Why do people like this think they're special? Unless you're royalty or a foreign president you join the queue. End of. Broadcaster Dan Wootton wrote in view of his 450,000 followers, "The queue jumping of the Elizabeth line by the elite is a disgrace. Why does every MP, and their formates, not to mention Holly and Phil, think they're better than the rest of us? Unlike Susanna Reid who lined up for 7 hours with her mum. I'd love to see one MP do the same," he added. Social media user Theonly Bird typed, "Absolutely zero shocks that Phil Schofield and Holly Willoughby jumped the queue. Beckham has many flaws but respect him for queuing for 12 hours when he could have easily wangled his way in." Sick, indeed it's Mark added, "If both Phil and Holly did jump the queue then this is shameful. They have no more right to jump the queue than you or I. It is disgraceful when other mortals are queuing in excess of 8 to 12 hours. They need to stop this." Sick, Holly herself addressed the accusations during an episode of This Morning, saying, "The rules were that we would be quickly escorted around the edges to a platform at the back. In contrast, those paying respects walked along a carpeted area beside the coffin and were given time to pause. None of the broadcasters and journalists there took anyone's place in the queue and no one filed past the Queen. We of course respected those rules. However, we realize that it may have looked like something else, and therefore totally understand the reaction. Please know that we would never jump a queue." A NITV spokesperson told Express.co.uk, "This Morning had press accreditation and like other media, Philip and Holly were escorted to work from the press gallery by government staff. They did not file past the Queen's coffin. They were there alongside a host of other broadcasters and national press outlets for an item that will be broadcast on Tuesday's show. Any allegations of improper behavior are categorically untrue."